Yes, we are back to Boots to Business, which I'm excited for my next guest. Just about to go and pick him up. I'd like to thank Ronnie and the team at Alliance Investments for sponsoring this podcast, which thank you guys. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So yeah, let's go and get my next guest. We are back. I'm excited for this, my next guest. Oh mate, I had some good times with him. He's such a great lad. Almost there. The guests keep coming and coming. I think he's here. This house. Where's this house? There he is. There he is.
Are you good, yeah?
Yes, my bro.
Yeah, man, what's happening? Wait.
Good, you?
Yeah, long time, you right?
Yes, I can't believe it. Simo in the car. My boy, Danny Simpson.
You're gonna grill me, innit?
Simo.
You alright, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
Yeah, all good, always.
How's things?
As good as it can be, really, yeah?
I ain't seen you for a while. When's the last time? Formula One?
Yeah, Formula 1, wasn't it? Wow, that's gone quick, that.
Very quick.
Was it? What do you know? Wow, that's gone
What was
rapid.
that? When was that? July?
July. Start of July.
God, I ain't seen you since then.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Everything, mate. Trying to do everything.
Trying to do everything.
So I don't know. I don't know where to start. So I train at Macclesfield just to keep fit.
Yeah.
I've been there this morning.
Decent.
But that's just, I help out the lads and stuff, doing a bit of coaching there.
Yeah, good lad.
I go into United when I can with the 21s, which
Oh wow, you still go back in?
yeah, so that they've been great with me, letting me go in and just watch. So I mean, just watch how it all, you know, behind the scenes, what the staff do before they get in early, all the prepping, all the coaching that they do. You know, it's early mornings, late afternoons. It's different to just being a footballer, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like you don't realise.
I've never seen you as a coach.
Nah, do you know what it is? I want it, but then I'll get on something else in a minute. I just love helping young players, innit? And giving up just giving feedback on what I think. Obviously, it's come from the analysis stuff when I do the telly, innit? When I do my TV stuff and the punditry.
Yeah.
But I've started a course at uni, so through the PFA, so sports psychology and like emotional intelligence.
Love that.
It's to like I know mentor a bit.
Yeah.
I think I can anyway through my own experiences, but I want to have the accreditation and more of an understanding of different people's characteristics, the traits, personalities, and you know, and how people deal with different things. And yeah, man, it's heavy though.
I love that.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Do you ever thought you would be doing that your younger age, going do it through your career? Do you ever think that this is the path that you would have taken?
Well, I think because I went through a lot. I don't know. I feel like I've grew into, you know, wanting to be like that character in the dressing room anyway.
Yeah.
So towards the end I was helping young lads when I was already a teammate. But now I've just got an opportunity through the PFA where it's like, right, well, but like this, and it's not a joke. Like, it's serious. It's hard work, and I've got an assignment. I've got to do my assignment by May and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I've not been to school for 20 years.
I was about to say.
So that side of it's difficult.
That's so interesting. Obviously, through your career as a young lad, did you ever think to do that?
No.
Obviously, you have to do it now.
No. That's right.
Is that one of the things that you think you could have done better on? Obviously, once you're in that bubble, you don't really think that you need to do it. Is that the way to say it? Not that you don't need to do it. It's just obviously you concentrate on being the best you can be as a pro.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know what it is as well. It's finding out what. You know, what is it? Coaching? Is it mentoring? Is it, you know, which one do you prefer? And you're still trying to figure that out now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So when you was a young lad learning your trade, did it ever cross your mind?
Nah, of course it doesn't, does it? Like, well, one, you think it's going to last forever.
Yeah.
I wish towards the end of my career it didn't go. I didn't prolong it, or I didn't go as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I had an injury, I was out of contract, things like that people you don't plan for, do you?
No.
Everything I'd planned for at 35, and I was from leaving Leicester really at 32. that next 2-3 years was tough. Then listen, obviously we've had COVID and all them things, contracts changed and all that. So yeah, with that as well. But I didn't plan for any of it. So then you've got to get to a point. You're like, right, you know what it was? I did have a break.
Yeah.
And I was bored, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do myself.
Wow.
And I was missing it, boredom. I went travelling a little bit, and then I just thought, I can't keep doing. I'm back home. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I need something day to day, which is why people wonder why you go to Macclesfield. Well, I go to Macclesfield twice a week because I need that morning hit playing football.
Yeah.
I still like today.
Okay.
I miss that competitiveness, like
that's
winning.
Why you still. You just mentioned training with Macclesfield. It's just like that. You want to keep that drilling in.
Yeah,
coaching.
Yeah, you with the lads.
Training,
you join in with the lads. You know, you go home, man. We just beat you 8v8, last minute goal. Yeah, I still buzz off it. And you can't replace it unless you do just want to do it. And I do it. I just do it for, and they like me being in there as well because obviously what I've done and stuff. So they listen to me.
Yeah, that's so good. I'm so pleased you're doing that.
So,
but obviously, you know what I'm trying to achieve, don't you?
Yeah.
Trying to educate the next generation and setting up profiles life after football.
Yeah.
And obviously, what you've been through it's one of them good things that you can give your best advice.
Well,
obviously, what you've been through, which I know personally, and it's just nice that I thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no, I always will.
To my podcast to have a chat, and obviously, what you're about now is helping the next generation in the way that you're doing it now with the coaching and everything.
Yeah, because
advice, but I
think as well, like, you know, listen, everyone makes mistakes, don't we? We're all human,
100%.
and you know, and I don't think it's a secret really, but you know, I lost a lot of money. You know, got into a situation.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, people get pregnant, and you know, as well, like, if you know, you lads, you have to be careful because I don't think you realise, you know, how costly that could be. You know.
Yeah, the wording is hard nowadays when you're using wordings and stuff. People take offence, but what I'm trying to achieve there is not take offence of where are you going. People to take offence of this. This is just a platform to educate people and help them along the way.
And manage the money.
Yeah, so however you're saying is a positive, and I thank you for coming on to try and help people like that and what you've been through throughout your career. Yeah. And obviously now life after football, you realise it's quite serious.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
The tap stops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
big time.
It's weird, isn't it? Obviously you know it, but when you do stop playing, and then the end of the month that wage don't come in.
There's nothing there.
Then it hits you because you've got to have things in place, haven't you? Because you can't live the same lifestyle, so you've got to have things in place. So if you do want to live that same way, then you've got to have, you know, you've been smart with it in a way.
Big time. It's crazy. Time flies. You don't realise how quick it goes when you're obviously in it. But
it's gone like that.
You as a young lad, how was you at United?
I was. Listen, I was like anyone else. I loved it. I worked hard, trained. I had to be. I was at United.
Yeah.
That was the standard. You couldn't. There was no dropping off. You were watching first team players. You know, all these Giggsies and all them Scholes, like what they're doing and how hard they're working.
Yeah.
And it's all you can do is think, well, if they're working hard, I have to work in that and harder because they're probably better players. And you're young. You're trying to break into like one of the best teams in the world. So
did you find that hard?
I found it, of course. You know, I was lucky that I got to that point where I was around the first team and I got some games and I played Champions League with them and some of the best players in the world.
Wow, love that.
You know, and that was my dream to play for United, even if it was one game. You know, and the experience I had of being around that squad, and I didn't realise at the time, probably, what I learned in that time around them for like 18 months, 2 years, being a winner and that hard work and every day, that then helped me in my future career. In certain moments where you're winning things, or you're trying to get promoted, or you're trying to win trophies, and then all them things I'd learned being a young kid at United, watching these guys win trophy after trophy after trophy and keeping the levels, I didn't realise how much that was ingrained in me.
Yeah.
You know, when it got to a point in my career where I could now do that, maybe I'm not their level, consistently, but you know, when you get to the back end of a season, you've got 10 games to go.
Yeah.
I remember watching these lads, like how focused they were, how they enjoyed it as well.
You got off them names as well. I was just in the back of my head thinking, how did you feel like them? Obviously, you've being an academy, you don't think like that, do you? Do you actually look back and realise I was actually playing with these guys?
At the time,
do you get what I'm trying to say?
Nah. I took it for granted a bit.
Did you?
Yeah. You take it for granted because you think I was at United from 12.
Yeah.
Came through the ranks, got a scholarship, got a pro, get into the reserves, go on loan, get into the first team. You just think, oh, this is my trajectory.
Yeah.
I'm in it now. This is me till I'm 35.
Yeah.
Because especially at United, when you see Wes Brown or the local boys that are doing it, John O'Shea, Fletch, because these are the guys then, and you think, oh, these lot are still here 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Oh, this is me. Gary Neville's coming to the end of his career at the time, but obviously things.
That's a good. Actually, you just made it. Did you think you were going to take over from Gary Neville?
Yeah, yeah. You know, he did my new contract at United, and part of his negotiation, because I didn't have an agent, with Sir Alex, was his words was, Gaffer, he's taking over me.
Yeah.
So Sir Alex, and I'm sat there like, oh my god. But
surely that's a buzz.
Yeah, of course it was. Because listen, I knew he had my best interests at heart, and I didn't want to then get into an argument with United and over money and this and that. Ultimately, it's nice to get a new contract, but ultimately, if I then went and done well, it was all going to come anyway.
Yeah.
So arguing at 2021, wasn't really 19, 20, 21. It was about you getting a new contract and now go and show me what you can do.
Yeah.
And that was the opportunity. Man United's the opportunity you've got. Play football. Football does you talking for you sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, your performances and people seeing how good you are, how good you can be, see your improvement. And obviously I got to a point where I was like, well, it's just really difficult to get into this team. At what age do you consider yourself United player, or what age do you think I need to move and play week in, week out? And obviously I got to a point where it was an opportunity where I couldn't know as to where we ended up playing together.
Yeah.
But I got an opportunity to go to Newcastle and 50,000 fans every week.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. How did you find that? Like, obviously, leaving United.
Well, I went on loan first.
Yeah.
With that still in the back of my mind that I'm going back.
Yeah.
But I also knew that if I performed well, I might have an opportunity to sign for a big club. And again, I went into a team, again, this is back to it, where they had to get up.
Look at the Urus.
Oh yes, we had to get promoted.
You haven't realised, this car, you haven't feel about this car, have you?
No.
This car's crazy.
It's rapid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, it's rapid. What you ever say?
That is.
It's nice, that one.
Very nice.
What was I saying? Yeah. I lost track of mine now. Well, no, I said it's Newcastle.
Yes.
And it's a team that they got relegated, and they had to come up. We had to come up that year. We had to. There's no doubt about it. So, again, it's weird because you go from United to Newcastle in a Championship. Everyone's expecting to win every game.
Yeah.
That was the same at United. So I kind of walked into somewhere in an environment where I already have been.
Yeah.
With top players, top pros, young lads, and we had one aim, and that was to win that league and get back into the Premier League. So it was amazing to walk into that as a young kid, and you know what I mean. We had Kev Nolan, you know, Alan Smith, Nicky Bort, you know, all these players like that they've won stuff anyway, and
yeah, that's when I come to join you.
Yeah, that was jokes. That was jokes.
It was funny, bro. We had some good times.
Yes, you scored some big moments for us, though. Big goals.
Newcastle was unbelievable.
Yeah,
it was a time in my life where obviously it weren't going well for me at Villa, and then I was obviously going to Newcastle. being with the lads that you just mentioned off was phenomenal, and then obviously bouncing back to the Premier League,
back up in it, and the way we did it as well
was unbelievable.
Yeah, but
we had some good times though.
Nah, it is. Listen, you can see our smile on our face.
I know.
As soon as you mention Newcastle, it's like, yay. Thing is though, we're winning, innit? When you're winning, everyone's together, the group, everyone's happy, you're coming in training every day. Yes, there's pressure, but it was good pressure. We had like you was coming in experienced. Everyone was, you know what I mean? Everyone brought something to us, didn't they?
Yeah.
And we always found a way to win. And listen, there's no better feeling when you're winning every week, top of the league, and you kind of know you're on to, you know, you're going to go and achieve something.
Yeah.
You know, win the trophy. Because I honestly, I think we can all winning something with a group. We never forget it. Yes, I know there's money in that, but I think, you know, when you look back and the memories and
that you get, so good, aren't they?
You know what I mean? Like, we look what we did.
They would never go away.
Never. But
you're saying this now. Obviously, you've done really well at Newcastle. Then you went to Leicester. Now this is because obviously I was talking to Wes, and you know how humble Wes is. I love him to bits. He's probably one of the humblest, just chilled guys you will ever meet.
Yeah, he is.
And when I'm talking to him about it,
he weren't when we were playing with him, by the way.
Sorry?
Jesus Christ, me and him argued all the time.
But that's good though.
No, it was great. That's what I'm saying.
Because sometimes you need that to like.
No, but on the pitch, obviously I'm right back, he's right centre back.
Yeah.
But what we did is, we knew to argue each other because we got the best out of each other.
Yeah.
And then on some full-time whistle, we're best mates again. It's class.
Yeah, but I had that at West Ham, and that was the best teams because people care. They want the best out of you.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you did so well as well.
Yeah.
At Leicester, because obviously what I was going to say, Wes was humble. You've won the Premier League.
Yeah, but we get a little bit embarrassed. We get a bit embarrassed about not embarrassed. I don't know.
Why? Why would you get embarrassed?
Come on. I don't know what he said on here, but
it's not an embarrassing.
No, it's just like because it's just like
Simmer,
obviously we have a little.
We never get to. This is. I feel quite privileged that I've got you in and talking, and we never get to conversation because we always have banter with each other.
Yeah, no.
But you won the Premier League, so you need to hold your head up high because I would. It's one of them moments you dream about doing as a kid. But obviously, you came from Man United, one of the greatest teams ever, to do that, and you was part of that. But obviously, to go away from that and do it with a team that you've formed a great bond with.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, it's sick.
Come on.
Yeah,
I don't even need to say that, surely, to you.
No,
so how was that feeling?
Nah, listen, obviously, like
because you played some good clubs, good teams, good players.
To do that, like, you know, especially after just avoiding relegation and, you know, that summer or pre-season, we're not sat there talking about winning leagues or Europe. We're just thinking, like, we don't want relegation battle again.
So that was the conversation.
Yeah, let's try and finish mid-table.
Yeah,
that'd be unbelievable. So, but obviously, things had to happen, and we had this sickest little, I don't know, this bond that we had, you know, and you win in, and Vardy's going on his game run where he's beating, is it Nistelrooy's record, and we're just having, you know what, we're having fun with it. We're like, listen, this wasn't supposed to happen, so let's enjoy it. But obviously, to get over the line like we did, it was like, obviously, I cried my eyes out for God knows how long after, because it all just sank in what we've done as a team.
Love that, mate.
You know, his tears, happess.
Yeah, that's like proper though.
You know, you see the celebrations, mate. Yeah. It's you know, and I tell you what, and I miss it. That's, you know, you miss them moments.
Yeah.
But no, like 100%. You said, the longer it goes on, and more people bring it up, it is. You get a nice, you're proud. Yeah, obviously I smile and proud, but then it's like, oh yeah, like we actually did, like.
Yeah, no, but you did well to win it, so you should hold your head high and be proud of. Obviously, you don't. I know what you're saying. Obviously, it's one of them. Not, how do you word it? Not a freakish moment. Would you call it a freakish moment?
It was a freak. It was a freak. It was a one.
But you worked hard for it, so it's not a freakish moment.
We lost 3 games.
The way you lot played.
That's mad to say. To lose 3 games out of 38 in the Premier League.
And you were part of that, because that defence was solid.
Well, that's
and
what
you obviously
we were.
talked about Wes and you and arguing, but that's...
Yeah, but we knew, listen, there is better players in the league, there was more talented people, but yes, we had one or two, as we know, the Mahrez, Vardys and Kantés, but like for us back four, you know, we were just so in tune, worked hard, loved defending. I don't know if people love defending as much anymore, but we, like blocks, headers, covering, made a mistake, we covered him, you know, clearing off the line, you know, back post, all that stuff, we loved it.
I love that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the...
And then we knew we had the boys that could win us a game.
Yeah.
But we knew, and they knew, our boys at the back are solid. You know what I mean? And then they knew they only needed one chance. You know, as a striker,
it
must have been tough sometimes if you want to score a winner, because you do. But then your boys are conceding 2 and 3. Then you're still going to score, but you're not scoring a winner, or you're going to have to score 4. You know, it's...
Wow, it's decent though.
Listen,
it's one of them moments that people, as a young lad, dream about.
Mate, well, you dream of it playing for Man United. You don't. When you leave United, you don't dream of it then.
No.
Because you don't think that's... I don't know if that's even... I don't know who's...
If it's
maybe,
a thing. Yeah. I suppose that's your goal as a professional sports player. You want to go on and win as much as possible and do the best at the highest level.
Yeah, of course, that's what you want. And then sometimes, apart from what we did, because we ripped the rule book up, so to speak, but sometimes, you know, there's only one winner.
Yeah.
But listen, we took, you know, we had a chance and we took it, because we could have easily have, you know, caved and crumbled. A couple of moments where, well, we didn't, and we stuck together as a team.
I was saying to Wes, like, when was the moment that you realised you had a chance? Because I guarantee it would be like Monday morning, you all come in looking at the table, and then you're looking at it. When was the moment when you thought, actually, we can actually win this? Because I know you'd be humble, we'd take a game. Is it that same old cliche?
Do you know what? I'd be interested to see what he says.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was right near the end.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because I didn't want to believe it. I was too scared to allow myself to think it's going to happen.
Because you didn't want it to get away from you.
I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
And
I get that.
And so for me, I know there was a game when we beat City that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
But that was still like February. We've still got 3 months to go. For me, it was West Ham. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, shorty. I think we were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And I think Wes gave a penalty away. You got 1-1, Andy Carroll, and then Cresswell scored 2, made it 2-1. He scored a volley in the top corner, and we're going, oh no, Tottenham are playing just after us. Vaz gets sent off, so you lose your striker, and now you're thinking he's not going to play next game. And we won a penalty in the last minute, and we drew 2-2. And that's when I walked in that dressing room, because it felt like we'd won. Yeah. You know, if we were winning 2-1 and we drew 2-2 and we lost a goal, it would have felt like we lost 2 points.
Yeah.
But I felt like we'd gained a point but won the game. And I thought, it's our time. If you lose Vardy, go 2-1 down with 10 men for however long. I swear we had 10 men for 35 minutes. And Jeff Slutt won a penalty and Joa scored, and that's when I sat there in the dressing room and thought, I think we're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Them little things go for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And it come down again to hard work, and we could have folded then again and had excuses about, Vardy's lost Vardy, shouldn't have been a red card.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We was like, nah, we're gonna get something from this, and we did, and that's when I think I drove home that evening and thought, yeah, we're gonna. Because I think that would have killed Tottenham as well, deflated them.
Wow.
They're all probably watching it before their game.
To be fair, it is like fine lines and things like that. You obviously go in and think to yourself, that's close. We need to. And then a week after, obviously we didn't have Jamie Vardy, and we won 4-0. So it's like, wow. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you lose your main man, you can flap a little bit. Yeah. Joa got an hat-trick, I think it was, who came in for him. So it was also everyone chipping in. So it was all of us together, and then that was the moment for me. I really think I thought the City game, and I thought we were a good team. Yeah. To do that at the Etihad,
But that moment was then, I
But
think...
you played some attractive football. People loved watching. It was like so quick, direct. Because you had some decent players, to be fair.
Yeah, of course we did. I can say, mate. You can't not talk about him because he's just...
How good was he?
I'm telling you now, he's one of the best midfielders I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I know we always talk about... We can't not talk about him, but Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, etc.
Yeah, all them top players.
But he's got to be in there. For what he did for us at Leicester, and then he went to Chelsea and did the same.
But anyone that will know that was you, because obviously you've seen all the Scholes and the lads at Man United, Giggs, Beckham, all them kind of players, and you're obviously saying he is up there.
I'm telling you now, listen, I know you end up leaving Chelsea, but to come from nowhere, to play the way he did for us, he was like having two men in there. Then to go to Chelsea and he's kicked on and then won everything with them. Then he's gone to France and he's won everything with them. Like, you can't. There's a reason why people around him play better. I always say good players are players that make other people better.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying, listen, Pogba's great, but when Pogba was with Kante, he played well.
Yeah.
Drinky, look at them two, their relationship when Drinky played with Kante, and like I said, he won everything, and he's like you said, Wes is humble. He is humble, mate.
Yeah,
he's the nicest,
lovely.
the nicest man that you'll ever meet, and I think he was a massive part for us in that middle of that park. But yeah, we had some great players though. Fard's still doing it. Riyad's first touch was
just ridiculous.
Yeah. And we had all us like who kind of came from a bit of... People didn't want some of us. I weren't wanted at the time when I left. Marco Brighton weren't wanted. He left on a free from Villa.
Yeah.
Hoofy left on a loan from Stoke. Yeah. They didn't want Hoofy.
Yeah, but these are good players. Do you think they like in their heads think we've got a point to prove?
Yeah. We all had a point to prove.
And then you had such a good dressing room that it made it even better. So you know, like you got a good team ethic, and we're all together and going out there. And
we were honest with each other. I think we if things weren't right, when we had a meeting, we didn't always need the manager to say, come in and scream and shout. He knew we would do it because we all had our own standards, and we all set them, and we all made sure everyone was staying up to them. So I don't think everything just clicked and came together, and thank God it did.
No, it did. It really did, to be fair.
Yeah, so nice. It's special times, man.
It was impressive, very impressive. We have just arrived at our location, Simone.
Yep.
Let's go and have a little lunch and sit down and have a chat, mate.
Yeah.
Yes, we are back in Boots to Business and having a great conversation with my good friend Danny Simpson. I'm looking forward to this conversation, really, to prolong and educate the next generation and things that the lads have done for their career, and I'm setting up a business to try and help the lads set up life after football. And who better to have a conversation with my man Simo. Yes, my guy.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Such a great lad. We've had great times at Newcastle, and
many.
We've kept in touch over the times because you're a fantastic lad. I love my time at Newcastle. You made it even more enjoyable for me.
That's all.
So obviously now, obviously I know a lot about you and your career in the game.
Yeah, too much.
Which is good. So thank you for coming on and helping me try to set a stepping stone for the next gen to how important it is life after football, which is we know it is massive through experience of going through it. Obviously my side, setting up a business, I was quite fortunate that I had that, and going on to having a successful business, and not many people do that in the game. So it's just nice for you to come on, and with all the other guys that I've had on, to have this conversation to help the next gen.
Get into it.
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions for you, which is good, because obviously we had a nice conversation in the car about football terms and what the good days, and which obviously a conversation about you with the teams you've been at was phenomenal, and then obviously going on with Leicester to win the Premier League, which you're still humble about, which you should be boasting about, I think, looking at it now, because when I spoke to Wes, how humble he was about it, and you're exactly the same, which is nice to see. But at the same time, come on, man, you got to like celebrate that, no?
Well, we did.
Yeah, but continually, because
how long does that go on for? But no,
forever.
Nah,
so you're telling your kids and your family and your kids' kids.
Listen, even now with me, like my daughter's 12 and she was 5, and all the pictures and memories, and even now I'm older, now football stopped.
Yeah.
I now can't imagine that day when we played Everton at home and we lifted it, if she weren't there. But she wasn't old enough.
Yeah, yeah.
And because now, like you said, you get a bit older, you look back and then, the pictures, me, her, and a trophy, and
Okay.
I've always got all my memories of the boys, but then now I think as you get older, it's to share it with my daughter and and family. I think that's when you look back and you're like, wow, and she can always say it as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She gets.
That's wicked. Yeah. But that's good though. They're the moments that you cherish and have some great memories about.
Yeah, like I said, it's listen, it's a dream come true. It was never wasn't supposed to happen, if that's what we want to say.
Yeah.
But we made it happen, and hopefully, I don't think it'll be done again. We'll see.
No, well, you hope not, because then...
because I want it to just be our little
I was about to say, you'll be in the record books.
Yeah, I can't, but listen, football's football and it's growing and it is what it is. I think we to lose 3 games, and we capitalised that year and everything just clicked, and
it was so good.
We've done all these years, and I feel like it's getting bigger. I think maybe the more years it's gone on.
Yeah.
Wow, it actually happened. So listen, I am humble about it, and but obviously it was my dream.
Yeah, man, what a dream it was. I think that's every kid's dream, to be fair. What you've achieved was phenomenal. So obviously I'm going to ask you a couple of questions I've got, because I know what you like. I know what you like with your money and investment, because as a young lad I think you enjoyed it very much, which have to, fair play to you. You have to enjoy it. So what was the worst thing you spent your money on?
Many things.
Yeah.
But
so when you think back, there's been cars and stuff that when you get older, you think, wow, I was spending all that money on cars for, like, for who? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know. I think if you've achieved something and you think, right, I deserve this now, then fine, I get it. You got to have that at one point. But I think there's something that sticks in my mind. I've actually got a picture of it somewhere. We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you know what it's like when we used to have a kitty and stuff, and if you wanted to buy your own drinks, you'd have to order it separate.
Yeah.
So I remember it was our last night, and I pulled, I don't know, the hostess or whatever.
Yeah.
Could have the menu. Didn't really look at the menu. I just said, I want a show with like my song.
Yeah.
I think it was We Them Boys or something at the time. And I wanted my name to come out behind me.
Simmer.
Like surprising all the boys.
Yeah. So when they're bringing the drinks out, you wanted...
I already know it. I'm like, yes, it's coming,
Yeah.
And it comes up behind me, Simo, Anyway, I does that, but I didn't check the pricing, which is stupid, I know.
Yeah.
It comes out, and then I'm waiting everyone to start like getting happy and excited, and they all start laughing. So my songs come out.
Yeah.
The letters have come up. Anyways, it doesn't say Simo, it says Omis backwards. So they brought it out wrong. And everyone's just dying. I'm like, why are you laughing? I've turned around, obviously they spelled it backwards. In that moment, instead of like telling them they've done it wrong, I've already built it again for free.
Yeah.
I've ordered it again. So I ordered the same thing again. Right? I know, because I'm obviously drunk. I'm like, they're laughing at me. I feel I'm getting a bit hurt here, a bit embarrassed. Anyway, the bill comes, 25 bags.
Shut up.
25 bags.
Oh, that's so funny.
So when you say worst things, it's like, I didn't need to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
And then I didn't need to do it twice.
That's so funny.
Because they should have done it anyways.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise what the bottles were, and there was no way out of it. And it was my last night in Vegas, and it was painful.
So funny.
Everyone else loves it. I bet
it
the next day.
By the time you do these things, it's just because you can. It's like obviously you're saying this now because you're a senior player now, and you're looking back on stuff that you think you.
We're already drunk. We've had a great 5 days.
Yeah.
You don't then spend 25 grand
No
on drinks.
No, you don't. But
I know.
Obviously,
but, in the moment, yeah. But it was, like I said, there's been cars and stuff like that. But for me, at least with the cars and stuff, I enjoyed them for a bit.
Yeah, for a little bit.
This was at the end of the night. It was about an hour to go. It was like, what are you doing? So, that's got to be up there because of the money, the story, and it only lasted an hour.
That's mad. That's bad.
So it's not great, is it? But yeah.
No. So obviously that was your worst thing you spent your money on. Like, what's your worst investment that you've got yourself involved with, if you did?
Worst investment. Well, I did some like stocks and shares thing.
Yeah.
But when I'm a bit older and stuff, kind of wish I didn't do it all in that.
Yeah.
I wish I'd spread it out.
Okay. Was you advised to do that?
Yeah. And I'm not saying it was, and you say it's bad, I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is that I wish I'd spread it out.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go there.
Yeah.
So what I mean is,
so what I'm saying, did you have a financial advisor or someone that said to you to do stocks and shares? Or
I wish 10 years ago, 27, signed for Leicester.
Yeah.
I could have bought an house every month.
Yeah.
I mean, a buy to let, keep it, build a portfolio.
Yeah.
Not for it to have it then, but then when I get to now, I'm 37. So if I'd have done it then 10 years ago, and bought not one every month, but I don't know, let's just say I could have 6 a year.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking, that's right now, I could have ended up, well, I've not played for 2 years, so let's say it was 8 years. You're talking 50 houses.
Yeah, no.
And with inflation and all that, and as that we know, and you bought a property then now, so it weren't even about, you know, the getting the rental income per month, whatever it is, 5, 6
Yeah.
That's it. Weren't about that then. It's about, I know if I'd done it then, as one thing, by the way, you still do the other things.
Yeah.
You share it out. You know, I know when I come to 35 and retiring, and then someone turns around and goes, "Oh, you've got 50 hours in your portfolio."
Yeah, literally, what you just said there is what I'm trying to do and trying to achieve with lads. Hence, this podcast is just a little add-on to talking to lads and helping, obviously, the next generation. Any client that I have to. Obviously, everyone's different. Everyone wants to spend their money differently and how they want to do it. But that's one of the things that I will be saying to lads to set a profile up to do for life after football, because it's easily done for them, and it's better to be better advised in things that they like to do.
Yeah, and I'm saying that because I know what you're trying to do is because we've all been there, and actually some people don't want to hear it at that point.
No, this is why I'm doing this.
Yeah, no, and that's, you know, and I said I'm sitting here now saying I didn't get advice to do that, by the way. Whereas I turned around and go, no, what we're going to do that for?
Yeah.
It never got brought to me, so it wasn't even like it was an possible option. But now as I've got older and I'm trying to do my little bits and bobs like that now, and I understand it a bit more. I didn't understand that then, and someone would have told me. And now when I look back, I think you can't. There is in hindsight. But you know, your portfolio could be worth God knows what now, and then the things that you can do with that, then, you know what I mean? You remortgage, you do this.
Yeah, you could do a lot of things.
It just builds and builds and builds, and I don't think, you know, if I'd done that and I got to 35, and then
the conversation would have been totally different. Yeah, 100%.
And I didn't.
Yeah, I do think there should be a lot more in the game in hence why I'm doing this, because I had my business, speaking to a lot of lads, and I found they were struggling because over the last, obviously COVID and the mental health situation just kicked in, even mounted up even more. And I just thought to myself, you know what, I love what I do. I love seeing the lads talking, and now with my contacts that I build, I want to try and help them and put things out there for them to do it, like you said, between 23 to your whole career. Because I think obviously now it used to be reserve team football, but obviously now it's 23s. So I think the 23s is the ones that I need to try and tell them, because the lads on big contracts, they've got some decent, good pros out there, and it's a business for clubs when they've got players like that on their books. So I just want to educate them to say, like, there is life after football, and you can prepare yourself for that. To like what you've just said, and there is ways of doing that, and getting information, getting to know stuff, because your talent will never go away. You'll be training day in, day out, and your ability will never go away. But when your time comes, just make sure that you're ready and prepared, because a lot of lads I see struggle really badly, but we shouldn't struggle as professional sports people when you're in the game and having a decent career. Even lads that haven't had a decent career, I'll still want to help them and guide them and put them through, because it's hard, because when you're in that bubble, that's all you know.
Yeah, but then I also think that we're ex-players.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you, no offence to anyone out there that, you know, who've done our life, and that you said, you know, accountants and investment, all these different people that, you know, who, you know, advisors and stuff. Sometimes maybe as a young lad, you might not take it in as much as if it's an ex-player. Who said it to them. Yeah. You know,
totally agree.
I genuinely do think, I feel like I was quite switched on. If I had an ex-player, or something like this, telling me when I was 24, 25, it will stop one day. I did have them conversations about stopping, of course, and it goes quick, because I remember speaking to lads who were, you know, who retired, who I'd played when I was 20, and they ended up retiring, and say it goes quick. But still, if there was ex-players telling me, listen, there is things you can do that won't benefit you now. Yeah. You won't think, I don't see it now. Yeah. But trust me, when you hang them boots up, or you get to 33, the contracts are stopping, totally, or maybe you get an injury. Yeah. You'll go, wow, we've got this here. Okay. And then that you know, and then that's when, and then that's preventing mental health and preventing all the problems. Because,
loads of stuff.
Yeah, obviously people miss football when they stop. You know, we miss the brown and the boys, the routine. But if you haven't done the right things, and all of a sudden, you know, you can't not get the same money. No. You know, things change, and it's hard to take. No matter who you are, it's hard to take. You have to downgrade or downsize your life, and you think you've worked 20 years in football, and now you're having to do all these things. It's hard to take.
But I think sometimes, because my era, I did, but I think you think like, oh, don't worry, I will do that, like, later on. But it goes so quickly, like when someone says, oh, Marlon, you need to save your money. Why are you spending your money on that? As a young lad, you're like, oh, I'm enjoying myself. I've got time. I've got next year I'll do it. And then next year comes, I'll do it another year after. But then it goes so quickly, you don't really think about it, because you think like, not...
It's getting younger now.
Not untouchable. Is it untouchable a word?
Retirement's getting younger now as well.
Yeah. Do you think untouchable is a word in your mob thought as a young lad? You know, if a senior lad come to you and said to you, I don't want to use the wordings.
I think you turn around and
not
go,
untouchable.
Yeah, like me, I've got enough.
Yeah. What would you put a word to it though? Could you put a word to that? In the sense of not arrogance. No, it isn't.
Half arrogant. It is half arrogant, because you're not taking in any information. You're thinking you know best. Yeah. And someone that maybe 10 years older than you is telling you.
Because he's gone through it.
Because. And it's
but
like,
why is it arrogant? You're not really being arrogant, but it's just...
Because everyone knows what they're going to get at the end and the last day of the month.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've got a 4-year contract.
So you think that contract's going to last?
You already feel safe, innit? Yeah,
100%.
That makes you feel safe.
Yeah.
I've got 3-4 years left on my deal. I get this much a month, no matter what. If I'm injured or I don't play or whatever.
It's going to be all right. It's going to be enough.
Yeah, and then, you know, I'm not going to spend all that, but you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Something I don't know.
Do you know? Obviously, I'm going to put you on it. Do you know what you spend your money on? Like, do you think like it goes every month? You're like, going to come in next month, going to come in next month. Does it just goes?
Going out.
Yeah, but does it just go like when you get your wage packet, you buzz in, you go and spend whatever your clothes, your stuff like that?
Yeah, because I think
Does
they
it
got
cost
to
your mind to like?
it got to a point
I
which
need to
is quite
save.
big now. I think when I first started, there weren't really these concierge about.
Yeah.
Right, and I think no one really cared about what name you had on your
The
top.
top, yeah.
I feel like that's a lot more because of Instagram and everything now. What we're wearing, what the kids are wearing, you know, what make is it? They got to wear it once, they got to wear something else. So the pressures of all that now. So, and then it's expensive.
Yeah.
It is expensive. But the lads have got it, and they wanna dress nice. They want to wear this. I get it. Do you know what I mean? I stopped playing. My best shop's ASOS. You know what I mean?
But the thing is now, yeah,
I wish it was
because you're
back then.
quite senior and humble now, you ain't scared to say that.
I will say it.
You can't say that when you're in the dressing room or do that.
No, because then you meet your teammates. Oh, who's that concert? I'll pass you the number.
Yeah.
And then they send you all these pictures, and you feel, oh, I'm gonna have to get something now. You feel peer pressured in it.
You do.
You do.
It's funny though. It's mad when you're in that world. It's just like how you behave and how you want to be in, and you want to just fit in, or it's just a way of being that way inclined. Some players don't really care.
No.
You get the players that don't care what they wear, how they do, and how, because obviously that's the banner in the change
the
rooms.
ones I look at now, right? And they're 35
And you look at them, and they're
chilling.
yeah. But that's the ones you look at.
Yeah.
It's so true, and
But
you think, wow.
And then it'll be going out, and the money you're spending on a Saturday for what? Like, you go out with 3 or 4.
Obviously, you're saying that now for what? But when you was doing it, it's an enjoyable moment, no?
I mean, even then I'm saying that, like, it's tough, because
It's good.
I'll tell you why it's tough, because
I love this, because we've never had this conversation.
For me to go out, I didn't realise, I'll go back to us. I've been working myself out for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But I think what it was as well was, one, was a relief for me.
Yeah.
I didn't realise. I was very good at hiding the pressure.
Yeah.
You forget you're going out on 50,000, 60,000 every week. You've got to win. You've got to get points. You're fighting for relegation. You're fighting for whatever. Fighting for a new contract. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fans and your coach or whatever. And so I know for me, it was a bit of a release as well. Mm-hmm. Going out on Saturday, or if we've won, I felt like I deserved to go out.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, now I don't win on a Saturday because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm allowed to go out on Saturday. Because my routine was train, work hard, train, win, go out. And that's the win. If you win on a 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and you're down in London and you're with the team and you just won and you got Sunday off, it's just natural to then go, let's celebrate it.
Yeah.
And we go out.
Yeah.
And I think you get.
So you was doing a lot. So you was doing a lot of winning that month then.
That's the thing. If I winning, you know what I mean? Yeah. We drew, but it felt like a win. Yeah. So it become a cycle.
Yeah.
That you don't break until however it breaks. I don't know why it breaks, but it's a cycle, and you're in it, and you
just
feel
keep
good in
doing
it, and you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then it's March, April, you're like, summer holidays.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got another year in the Premier League. We're gonna get a bonus. Where we're going. Then it's back to where you go on holiday. And it's just, and that's why it goes so quick, because you don't pause.
No.
So when the COVID thing happened, I was at Huddersfield. I actually then sat and thought, wow, I've never done this. Do you know what I mean? No, we never just sat in. Obviously, we weren't allowed anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was terrible what we went through. But when you're from 16 leaving school to then, when do you stop? Because you go on holidays in the summer and it's pre-season.
Yeah.
Then it's the first game of the season. Then it's bang, then it's Christmas schedule. And before you know it, it's end of the season again. And I think that as a time, I think maybe, I don't know, so I can't speak for other footballers, where I was like, wow, I'm pausing here.
Yeah.
And just having to think about life and everything, because you've always got to stay on it if you want to keep playing at that level.
Yeah.
Playing in front of them fans every week, it's a constant on the go.
Oh, it's mad.
Yeah.
It is crazy, but no, appreciate you, mate. Thank you. it's so good hearing how you think of it, because everyone's different in their
Yeah,
ways,
everyone's different,
and
yeah.
how they've been through their career and what they've done and not done, which is great for you to share it with us. So, any regrets?
Football, in terms of football or both?
Both, definitely. Because it's an opportunity for me, because
I'll tell
I
you
love
what, yeah,
this.
there you go.
Doing this, I love it, because
yeah.
talking to you is, we never do this, and I feel like it's missed. Because
Yeah,
we're
it is
like,
missed, it is
every time we see each other, we're banting, laughing, happy, how's things, how's the family?
yeah, right.
We don't really like talk to them and have a conversation about how you're actually feeling, what's going on.
Yeah, now
when you're thinking about regrets and stuff.
I've got a couple of regrets, like business wise, in terms of I sold properties
Yeah.
I didn't need to sell.
Okay. Was you advised that, or just
Yeah,
you
because-
thinking
yeah,
you
and,
needed
yeah,
to sell,
because
or did you
no.
needed to sell because of the money
I could have
situation?
used my money from the stocks.
Yeah.
I sold thinking, oh, that's made a bit of profit, that I'll buy the new house. So I sold 3 properties to give some cash injection for deposits and stamps and stuff on the new one, which
Yeah.
was my new main home. I didn't need to do that,
Okay.
right? So yes, you get your main home, but I used 3 other homes to do it, and I didn't need to. So what I'm saying is I could have paid more a month out of my wages. And I'm sat there thinking, I should still have them 3 properties now, and they'd all be mortgage free, bringing me a rental income,
Yeah.
and going up in value every month. Now I've just got 1, but I could have had them 4, and then them 4 could have turned into. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's me. That's me now saying it.
Yeah, no.
Like I had
Obviously,
them.
hindsight.
I didn't need to. Like you keep them. You just
Yeah.
don't sell them.
Yeah, but did you have someone advising you there, or was that off your own back?
Yeah, I had someone saying this is the money, but I could have got it from.
Because he told you to, like, the advice. What I'm trying to say is, like, could have told you to keep them.
No, but the advice wasn't to keep them.
And was it because of the money looked good, obviously, in your bank? You didn't want to. What I'm trying to say, sometimes, as me as well, so you know when you're looking in your bank looks nice, and you didn't want to put more money in it or keep it to save it, because obviously you're selling your properties, you thinking that was going to.
I just didn't get advised that actually keeping them over 3 properties in the long term will be very, very beneficial.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I could look back now, if you're Sayer and Zoopla, whatever it is, and Google what they're worth now, probably don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
But again, that's this. I didn't get told.
Yeah.
I didn't get told to keep that, and that's why. You know, so yeah, it's hard to say it's a great regret, because it wasn't really a choice. I didn't know. I didn't have the full information or the full picture. And yeah, so that's one thing. And yeah, football wise, yeah, I regret leaving Leicester. Maybe.
Okay.
Probably could have stayed around. And
it's funny because Anton said this. I had Anton on a couple of weeks ago, and he said he had a regret leaving West Ham. Not any disrespect to Sunderland or any other clubs, because he said he had a great time, the fans were amazing, but he just says he thought, like, he wished he stayed longer. So obviously now you're saying that.
I knew it was, you know, I'd done what I did, won the league, played Champions League year after. We signed some new players, and I think in that moment, if I could go back, I would re-sign and not leave on a free, but as I accept what I've done for 5 years at the club, and then I'm 32, and accept I'm a backup right back.
Okay.
And my ego, whatever it was, because I've had a lot of work on my self-awareness and all that lately because of this course I'm doing, but it was home.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't a bad thing if I hadn't had to just become number 2, but because I won the league and stuff.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, nah, I should be main man.
Yeah.
Somewhere else, and then things don't work out, and then you're chasing it, and injury, and I was just settled.
Yeah.
And I still would have played loads of games, because football's football and people get injured, but. Yeah, and I left Leicester. I think that's when, and it was my love for football. It was for my family and fan relationship with everyone. You don't realise what you've got till you do. You know, when people say, what's the saying, grass is greener.
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
Is that saying for you?
Yeah, it's not, is it? So, no disrespect to anyone else, but if you go online and look what happened, it starts to kind of decline from that moment.
Okay.
And then and it would have stayed up there if
he stayed at Leicester.
If I'd have stayed up there and been a good pro.
Yeah.
And in the team.
And just worked hard to try and get yourself back in the team.
And be ready.
Yeah.
To just be an opportunity and accept that you're a bit older and someone's coming who's younger. Completely different attributes to me, but that was the way that football was going.
Yeah.
I just started in my head now. I'm going and I don't know. I wish if I could go back to that chat I had with Brendan. It wasn't so much a chat. He wasn't like, "Do you want to stay?" He said, "How do you feel?" And I think if I'd have said to him, "Look, Brendan, I want to stay here and be a good pro. You know, and you need top extra older pros around. And I'll make sure I'm ready for you, and I'll do what I can off the field for the group." I could have stayed.
Because you're getting a bit mature now. I can't believe you're
staying
here.
Yeah,
I can't believe hearing these things coming out of your mouth, mate.
Yeah. It's hard to admit something like that.
Yeah.
But again, you know, and then like the financial stuff. Listen, you're on a big contract, Leicester, and you go away, it doesn't work out, and you're out of contract, and the longer it goes on, which the old people listen to this because it happens, and you don't take that first one, then someone else takes your spot, and then you go in, and you drop down, and you constantly, you're not going to get back to that level.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out for whatever reason, and then you're like, oh, and then I get injured. I was injured for 7 months. Out of contract. Then I was out of contract from the summer till March. Went to Bristol City and I paid you play, and I was like, wow, I ended up from there to I'm on a pay as you play now at 35. And I still love football.
I was about to say, literally just about to say, you seem like you still enjoy the football side of it. Obviously the banter, the training ground, the training and everything, but it keeps yourself fit, and you love that, and you want to maintain that as much as possible.
I'm, as the word envious or jealous, I'm jealous of the lads that retire and I speak with them and they say, I'm done with football. I wish I could do that because it would make it easier.
Okay.
Just the ones I've got, I know a few, I'm not going to mention names, but
it's hard.
They don't care if they don't play again with the mates, or they're just done with football.
It's hard to say. It's a good question, because I can answer that for you.
Go on.
Because I don't.
You still play it?
Only to do charity work and to help to give back, and obviously when you're doing it and you're going in a moment, getting change room, I enjoy that, but I don't miss obviously playing. I do miss the dressing room, the training with the lads and stuff. But then again, when I go to games and obviously being an ambassador, you're walking out the tunnel and then you feel like, and I feel like you still can do that. But I don't really. Good question.
But there's lads that don't care if they don't go to a game, don't watch football. As a game when I'm watching it.
Yeah,
you know,
same here. I'm like that.
I'm one of the ones that can just completely just
shut off. Nah, I don't think I'll ever do that.
And but I just think you're putting them in a place where they can they're content.
Yeah, but I won't want that to go away. Obviously, I know you're saying players do, but it's a hard thing to do.
It's a difficult, isn't it? It's one of them, isn't it? You know, we should.
Well, obviously, everyone's different in their ways and how they are. But I don't think I'll be able to shut myself off totally from football.
I've not actually come out and retired, and I know I need to.
Yeah.
But I've just been prolonging it because I'm scared to say it.
Yeah, but I don't think you need to. But I've seen you're fit. You're quite fit. You enjoy it.
It's nice to come out.
You don't need to
hang it up, and then you get nice.
But Sim, I think you know when you know.
Yeah.
So, like, I knew when I knew. You would know when you want to
say it. Yeah.
Believe me, but
I know. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, very. Just a few more questions, Simo. Sorry. So, what kind of lifestyle do you live now compared to back in the day?
Completely watered down.
Is it completely different?
Completely watered down. Listen, you have the odd time of your mate's birthday, or like, summer you go away, your mates still, because I've still got mates in football. Do you know what I mean? and you got mates that realised, oh well, it's like anything I played and lads have kind of retired. You know, you still go on the holiday, but it's not. You know, you're not chipping in the same, by the way. You're still on big dog, mate. But no, yeah, completely now. It's like I said, I've got, it's weird. I've got more time with my daughter and doing all these other little things that I'm doing, hopefully that stand me in good stead going forward. You know, it would be a club. Now it's a pub.
Yeah.
The local, mate, you know what I mean? You know, not popping bottles, you know what I mean? It's no popping bottles and all that, and
more casual.
But again, that comes in with being in a team, and then we've just won away at wherever. Oh, we're going out Sunday off. It's a bit different when you're working for yourself now.
Yeah.
What you're putting in now, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not getting told what to do. You're not here now. If I want to be successful, I want to, you know, money going forward. I have to
work harder.
I have to work.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it ain't gonna come to you.
No.
So yeah, that I said, things have changed. You know what I mean? And you have to downgrade your life in certain ways. You know, you can carry on.
Yeah.
But you end up it won't last long.
No. But you still look good though, bro. You look good. You keep fit and. I feel the world of you, as you know, because you're a great lad, and it's just nice to have you on. Obviously, what you've done for a career, and we were talking about it, it's just nice to hear, really. Have you got any plans for the future? Obviously, growing up, we've touched on like coaching elements and stuff like that, because I never thought back in the day when we have this conversation, would you be coaching? Mentoring, which is great, because you'll be a great mentor for the next generation, because you'll obviously implement to them that stuff that you not regret, but you just guide them in the right possible way to try and have a great career in the game, and what things they shouldn't and should be doing. Obviously they'll make their own decisions, but you still can give them the advice, which is, I can't think of a better person to do that, which is great. But so what sort of advice would you give the next generation through their footballing career?
Listen, if I'm obviously I'm doing this course now. I've told you I want to be a mentor, and I just think it's not all just about, you know, what I've done good and bad, and all the off the field problems I've had, and all the good things I've had on the field. I feel, yes, from my career I'm in a position to, if they bring a scenario to me, I feel like I'm able to give them something back, and because I've got my own experiences. But I think also in that at the same time, I don't just want it to be that.
Okay.
I want it to be like, I think you should do this. I didn't do that in terms of investments and protecting yourself going forward. And just as these young lads now, just go for it. Like, just it can all go away like this.
Yeah, real quick.
And I mean, I'm talking like, I say it all the time, but every day being at it, being on it. And then I think all the rest of it kind of all comes under it. You know, if something happens off the field, or they're injured, or they've, you know, got a problem with family, or you know, they've gone out and done something wrong on a night out. Yes, all that is great. That's what I want. I want to be there. I want them to be able to talk, and I want to help them. They might be stressed for a game on a Saturday. But again, and then at the side of it, there's, how long you got left in your contract? You know, you want to help them.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously, what you're doing, what we spoke about.
Yeah.
I think it's because we said we know it goes quick, and you want them to be able to, when they get to the end of football. Yeah, I mean, you've enjoyed football, but then you've got your rest, because we get told we're old. Right, this is what's took me a while to get my head around, because we get drummed in our heads. You're 31. Oh, you're getting old. You know, you have an old, and it's not anyone's fault, because there's always a young box, two box in it, old group, young group. Yeah. And you start creeping up, don't you, in the old group, and then the lads start laughing at you. Oh, he's 33 now, and then clubs and contracts and managers, we don't want to sign him. He's old, because we don't give him any value. And then when you do stop,
do you think that's part of you as well? So to stop you like carrying on, because you want to change that
a little bit
perception of older person, senior person.
A little bit, but I think if you, like what you're trying to do and what you're saying, you know, when you go home and you've stopped playing football and, and you're like, because you've been told you're old, you feel old. It's like, you've got another 35 years, hopefully.
Yeah.
You've had 35, you know, you've got another life.
Yeah.
And you can have another life if you've done the right things. And not have to be stressed and worried about things that you haven't done. But yeah, no, me personally, I still want to run around with these young 21-year-olds. Hey, let's have it, come on.
Yeah.
1v1s, what have you got?
Yeah. But that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, that's
looking at
me.
that.
But no, like you said, if you can get players that get to the end of their career and they go, oh God, I've got all this, don't have to worry about money, and then they can decide what they want to do the rest of their life, then great. But the ones that haven't maybe done it and start finishing and it's what they're going to do and they can't afford this and the house and mortgages and, you know, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's not healthy.
Wow.
You know, and everyone will watch this and say, yeah, well, it's their fault.
Yeah.
Well, to a degree, but we can help.
Yeah, no, big time.
You know, so... Oh yeah, still running around with 21-year-olds.
Yeah,
give you that little boost every day.
Yeah,
innit?
of course.
Yeah.
It's good. I see it as a good thing, really, because you're educating him as well in the sense of how to defend, not to defend, what you've been through, your experience, and not disrespect to you or him. If he can beat you, then he's on the right path, I think, because I class you as a top defender. And if he's doing the right things, he's on the right path of doing that, and you can educate him if he's not. Basically,
and the other thing I've noticed as well is when you're around these kids now, you know, if you've trained with them or you're around them a bit more, you need trust. Yeah, they need to trust you.
Massive in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. If I don't know him and I just ring him up, he's just gonna. I get it. Yeah. But if I'm around them and I'm in the right environments and I've been around them enough, I'm hoping that they'll come to me. Yeah. And ask me what do I think. Yeah. I've had it a couple of times at United recently. Just I've been there 18s, 19s, 20. I've been there United 20 years ago. Which I hate to say, makes you feel old. There we go. But I mean, you're there, and you know you can help. Yeah. And give advice, and that's what's satisfying for me where I am at the minute.
Simo, see, I love this. I'm so proud of you. Obviously, I know you quite personally as well, and just to hear you brings good feeling to my body that you're actually doing this and going on to help the next generation. Obviously, what you've gone through, you've sort of turned a corner in the sense that you think to yourself, wow, I want to give back, I want to do this, and obviously the course that you're taking is phenomenal. Also, I don't think some lads don't realise that their things are out there for them for things like that, which is nice. That what you didn't realise. Nope. So it's nice that you're obviously saying it and being honest and talking about it, which I think we as lads we struggle to talk.
Of course
and when you mentioned the trust factor, which is good because if you've got a lad trusting you, you can actually tell him and talk to him and say you can do this while you're playing, preparing you for life after football, which is good. But yes, Simo, we've sort of come to an end. I'm going to wrap up this episode, which is, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.